What's going on, guys? I am not even going to go on my intro. I am praying that I don't go off with some bad cuss words before thank you, honey, for the water, because I'm going to need this dramatically before YouTube's little timing thing, because this is what? Are you kidding me? What's up, Ray? Appreciate you being here. Can't wait to talk with you here in about an hour and a half. If you don't know, go to Ray Rout's channel, Dear Pats Nation, and check that out, because we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff. I think he starts at 7. But right now, Brian Flores drops lawsuit allegations against the NFL and the Miami Dolphins. And the stuff that he has allegedly going off on has got my tipping point way over. If these allegations are true, I don't know what to say. I don't take a team away from Ross, not Ross, but the owner of the Dolphins. Just take it away from him. He don't deserve to have one. Now I'm not all that worried. Okay, so I get the Rooney Rule. Okay, so we'll go off on a few of the things, because there's 3 main things I want to go over. One is he went all the way down to the Giants, right? Over to New York, traveled up to New York to do an interview with the Giants, right? For the head coaching job. Come to find out, Daboll's already got the job. He was texted with Bill Belichick, right? Bill Belichick apparently thought he was talking to Daboll and not Flores, and said that, Daboll basically already had the job, but Flores hadn't even interviewed yet. That's messed up. What? Dude, first off, I don't care what color you are. Red, white, green, purple, silver, red, orange, yellow. I don't care what color you are. You don't have an interview with anybody when you already know who you're going to hire in the first place. What's the point? I know what the point is. I know, I get what it's. It's to cover the Rooney Rule, which is BS. All right, have an honest interview with somebody, if that's the case. All right, have an honest interview. That way you never know. This person you're about to interview might knock your stinking socks off. And you're like, that's our guy, right? That's the guy I want. No. Don't have interviews with somebody, no matter who they are, if you've already got your mind made up and telling other people you already got the job. Period. Number 2. That's not one. There's 3 things I'm talking about here. Number 2. The owner of the Miami Dolphins allegedly asked Brian Flores a couple years back, hey, I want you to go talk to this quarterback that's available right now. This high-profile quarterback. See if you can't talk to him into getting here on our team. And during that period of time, he wasn't allowed to do that because that's tampering. NFL tampering. Flores says, no, I won't do it. Allegedly, he invites Flores to his yacht, and then magically that quarterback for some reason is going to be there, and so, a setup. And he's like, well, since you're already here and the quarterback's already here, go and talk to him, try to talk him into coming over to Miami. And Flores apparently states that he was appalled and said no and walked away. If that's the case, hats off to Flores, because it takes, wow. Seriously, when your boss tells you to do something, you don't do it. That's spitting in your boss's face. But at the same time, that keeps your morals going. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm wearing a white. My hair's not. I ain't got. You know what? Got the news. made this stream, jumped on here as quickly as I could because I got stuff on my mind I want to get off and throw at you. Go ahead and let me know what you think in the chat as well. Guys, please don't forget to smash the like button and hit subscribe if you're not subscribed. On top of that, go ahead and check out the donations link right here because that donations for this entire week, any live stream that I have, any donations that go to that, I am sending directly to the Grant County Humane Society because it's the only animal shelter in my county. And I live in Indiana, and it's cold. It's about to have like blizzards and stuff like that, you know, like tonight and tomorrow. But it's the only no kill shelter in my county, and I want to help give these animals like cats and dogs and stuff out on the streets a safe place to live and stuff. So any donations there, much appreciated. Go straight to the Grant County Humane Society. That's what I'm going for right now this week. But anyhow, so that's the second thing. And at this point, now, there's a third thing that is, whoa, what? All right. This part really ticks me off. Not any more or less, just the fact that, you know, it just keeps stacking on top of each other, right? Stacking on top. And the more you hear, the worse, the more anger you get. What's up, Brandon? Appreciate you. Another Lost Soul Company, Eagles. And, of course, Loyalist. Appreciate that. But listen. Allegedly, Brian Flores was told by the Miami organization, I want you to tank for the number 1 pick. And every loss that you accumulate, I will put $100,000 per loss in your bank account for that. What? I've been on record over the last few years, while I've had a platform to say coaches and players do not tank. Their bank account depends on it because it's, you know, their product they're putting out there. Organization allegedly tells him to tank, and they're going to pay him to do it. Again, I said if the tanking happens, it's going to happen at the top. It's going to happen, you know, ownership or GM, because coaches and players don't tank. And apparently, from what I'm understanding, you've watched Brian Flores. He sure as heck hasn't tanked. I was mystified by Flores being let go. Mystified. And now I hear this, and they're saying, well, he doesn't work well with others. Brian Flores doesn't work well with others, so we had to let him go. What? Oh, so you don't want a guy to do illegal. Now, as far as I know, tanking's not against the rules, but it's a stain, right, on you yourself personally, your organization, your name. And you're telling someone basically to drag their name through the dirt so that you could have a better pick in the draft? What? Nah. If that's true, and Flores, all these, you know, walked away from, you know, the whole tampering thing with the quarterback, and then, you know, saying, screw that, I ain't tanking. Dude's got cojones that go clank, clank, and he should be lauded for that, all right? Straight up. Straight up. Flores, you want a DC position? We got one here in Indy. I get that we're, you know, doing interviews right now, but just come on. I will take anyone with moral character like that. Anyone. Video Boss says, thank God the Colts owner have a good owner that would never do something like that. Agreed. Agreed. He's got some more. He wants to win, but he's got morals in that aspect. Come on now. Really? Or at least as far as I know, I don't know what goes behind closed doors, though. You know? I can't wait to talk to DeQuell about this later this week. I'm going to probably text him when I get done here. Me and DeQuell Jackson are going to have a nice little conversation about this. Because this is freaking nuts. Nuts. All right. And then they released him because he didn't tank. He didn't talk to the quarterback when he was asked to, which would have been illegal at the time. And then he goes and has this job interview, and then the whole Rooney Rule thing, and they supposedly already hired somebody, and he hadn't even had his interview yet. That's kind of like serious BS, you know? I mean, come on. What is wrong with some of these owners and organizations out there? What the heck? And I'm sorry. Bill Belichick knew about this, apparently, because there's text being thrown out there. You know, it was Flores who was texting with Bill Belichick, and Bill Belichick came out, you know, and thought that, supposedly, thought that he was talking to Brian Daboll and not Flores, you know, in these texts. Stating, hey, I think you already got the job. That's awesome. That's what I hear, that you've got this landed perfectly. And they're still doing interviews, right? Now, if he was just making assumptions and saying, hey, congratulations on assumptions, cool, you know. I make assumptions once in a while myself. You know, sometimes it looks good. Sometimes it turns out bad. But if the fact is, if the Giants already had a coach in place, already knew who they were going to hire no matter what, and they were still just going through the motions of interviewing people just so that they made sure that they had a minority in the interview process, that's a load of shit. That's a load of shit. Now, again, this is all allegations. We don't know if it's true. This is just a lawsuit put forth by Brian Flores, you know, against this the team in the NFL. So I get that. But if it's true, the hammer's got to be dropped. The hammer has to be dropped. The Giants will have to be hammered on by the NFL. All right? Miami? Boy, if this comes out to be true, Miami's in some deep, serious shit. Right? I mean, they got to be. Come on. There ain't no smack on the wrist for stuff like that. Come on now. Heartfelt out to Flores. If this is true and you were actually put through something like this for Flores, and you actually did what you said you did in that specific circumstances, because let's be fair here. There's always two sides to a story. But if it actually went down that way and everything went down the way you said it did in your allegations, hats off to you, my guy. Hats off. Because it takes a big person to walk away from something like that. I mean, let's face it. In a 17-week season, he could have made $1.7 million tanking that season, if that was last season. Just losing. And probably kept his job, right? Probably kept his job, too. Man, that's just terrible. Terrible. Let's get into the chat right here. Let me know what you guys think about this whole situation, because I'm going to have to calm down a little bit before I get on Ray's channel. We're already 15 minutes in. I don't plan on staying forever. Larger says, bro, some of these allegations are pretty messed up by the Giants in Miami. Also, the NFL is trying to cover its ass. Derek, Larger, appreciate it. I agree. 100%. Frank Lenny says, poverty franchise. Yeah, I get you. Cleveland, BCI, what's up? Appreciate you being in here. Says, this is freaking nuts. Now, I added freaking, okay? But you get what I'm saying. Walking in here, I 100% thought he got fired because he one too much. Delusional Pats fan. Well, apparently that's what happened, right? Thornburg says NFL has issued a statement saying the allegations are without merit. The NFL, like I said, these are all allegations. And I get you, Joe. It's possible. I'm just saying, if it's true, and the NFL obviously is going to have to put that out. Now, because, I mean, it looks bad. It looks bad. And I know this is the instant reaction, and I jump. And I don't normally do that. I try to jump in with a level head, being able to think things through, that kind of stuff. So it is what it is. But I just wanted to get this out there now, okay? But here's the thing. If it's found out that Flores is full of shit and he's just trying to get people in trouble, Hamer's got to come down on him. He'll never have a job again in the NFL. He won't coach a Pee Wee League team. Right? And he got to know that. He's got to know that before he put those allegations out. He's got to understand my reputation's on the line putting it. This is why I think there has to be some kind of merit to it. Because nobody, I mean, he's well respected as far as I know throughout the organization or throughout the NFL. Maybe not the organization because, they were running around saying he's too hard to work with. But fans and stuff, we know, we like it. He was definitely going to get a job somewhere. You won't want to burn your reputation on throwing out false allegations. It's possible. People do some stupid stuff out there. But it don't make no darn sense if they did. Thank God. Oh yeah, I already said that. Okay, delusional Pats fan. Yeah, says, and you look at the possibility of New England and the monster that Buffalo is, Flores would never lose enough games for Stephen Ross, right? Wyatt Law, appreciate you being in here again. Horse manure. Like what allegedly occurred in Miami makes me appreciate the Irsay family just that much more. Goodell has to be hyperventilating. Right. Amen to that. Skylar and Kirsten, what's up? Irsay would fire someone on the spot if he ever heard that. You would think so. I would hope so. Brandon says, Miami's about to be in a whole world of trouble. Hey, freaking men. Ray says, Flores ain't that guy. And I think Flores is a legit dude, man. I liked him. I thought he looked like a good person, from what I could tell. Skylar and Kirsten says, tanking is something I'm sure a lot of teams try to do, but not coaches and players. This is what I've stated ever since I've had a platform. Coaches and players would never intentionally tank because their reputation and their paycheck is dependent upon their product that they put on the field every single game, let alone every season, right? A GM or an owner, they may try to tank. That's where tanking would come from. But coaches and players, they never want to tank. They want to do the best every game. And you go talk to DeQuell. DeQuell's like, why would I want to make myself look bad just to get, a few more picks in a draft? Right? P. Draggy, what's up? Yo, the Finns be mad. Right? Amen. Ray says that the reports of the quarterback was Tom Brady. That's an assumption because of the season and the fact that it was in Miami. It's an assumption. It's a educated assumption, being the fact it's in Florida and it was the right year, and we all knew that Tom Brady wanted to move back to Florida. So, that is a good assumption. But it's not, hard cold facts. But it is a good assumption of that. Absolutely. Aunt Roger says you're tripping. Yeah, yeah, I am. Because, I mean, if what's being said is true, then I am completely disgusted by two different teams. Okay? Two. Disgusted. If it's true. If it's not true, and Brian Flores is just throwing allegations out to try to, make himself look better or something, whew, man. I don't know. Oh man, I need something to drink, guys. I'm sitting here just snapping off. Ugh. Oh, man. After all that screaming, I needed that. Oh my goodness. Guys, I see 35 of you in here. Please smash that like button. Hit subscribe if you're not subscribed. Tag that notification bell so that you're notified next time we go live or upload a video. I will be busy this weekend because I will be in Indianapolis covering the combine and the draft for the basketball league. Actually doing live streams and commentation and interviews. Okay. So it is what it is. Devin Ward, Lawrence, since we are on the topic of allegations, do you ever think the situation with Dan Snyder in Washington will ever get resolved? That is a great question, Devin. Great question. And I think it will, because if I remember correctly, just a few weeks ago, didn't a federal court order the NFL to release that stuff to them? Loyalist uses the tip jar in the donation link right here. $5 for the fuzzy one, and he don't mean Fuzzy Whistler. Not that there's anything wrong with Fuzzy Whistler. He's talking about those animals out there that are in the cold here in Indiana, in my county, where we only have one single no-kill shelter. Any donations today will go directly to them. All right, to the Grant County Humane Society. So thank you, Loyalist. Appreciate that. The name drops. Yes, Aunt. The new Washington football team name drops tomorrow. Yes. I understand that as well. Guys, thank you guys so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. It was funny watching the news, trying to find fans. Not many fans here. It'll be interesting. I like their team. Obviously, the Dan Snyder thing. But I like their team. Okay? I like what they're trying to build there in Washington. I don't know if they're going to be the Washington Commanders or not, Video Boss. I've heard that that's a name that's been brought up a few times. We'll see. Obviously, I don't think it'll be the Generals, right? With gambling's bigger acceptance into the NFL, now getting Flores to tank is a bigger issue, right? Delusional Pats fan. It is a big issue because you can't do that, right? Because of betting. So, yes, if it comes into the fact, this is a little something that'll be tacked on later to be another, lawsuit. If this comes out to be truthful and, they were telling Flores to tank and it comes out to be true, then there will be massive lawsuits, not only against the Miami Dolphins, but the NFL in general. And not just by gambling sites, but by people, just everyday individuals like you and I. Because that would come to show that the games are then, some, not all, obviously, but some would be rigged that one team is almost guaranteed to lose because they're tanking, right? Can't have that. Not when there's betting going on. Not when there's that kind of money going on. It's a bad situation. All right, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Lawrence Owen. I appreciate each and every one of you. I just wanted to get this stuff off my chest because it's disgusting. If these allegations are true, absolutely disgusted. At multiple teams, at multiple people, and it should be wiped completely off the face of the earth from any sports franchise, team, whatever, you name it. Should be that's kind of stuff should never happen. All right. I normally don't jump into stuff like this. But when it comes to some things, I have an incredibly strong opinion about it. And I want to state my thoughts. And I have this platform, I might as well use it. Guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. And until next time, I'm Lawrence Owen. This is Colts Law. And as usual, have a good one. Oh, I got a phone call. What? Ray Route. What are you wearing?